Hi gang, Scott here. Welcome to In Post. Thanks for joining me today. Today's video, it's about adding a tasteful amount of softness to your sky and doing it directly in Lightroom. If you either don't have another tool that does glow looks, or you've got one last little touch you need to do and you'd prefer not to bounce out to another tool, well, there is a way to do this in Lightroom. That's what I'll show you today. I was graced with a beautiful sky. Earlier in the week, I shared some behind the scenes footage of this scene, and one of the photos I captured is right here. When I'd finished the processing, I just wanted to add a little bit of softness to the sky, which is applied here. I did that using a gradient. So I have a few of them on here, but this pin right here, this is covering nearly the entire sky. And take a look over on the right-hand side. You can see texture has been lowered, clarity has been lowered. I ended up adding a touch of exposure to just open the sky up a little bit. But this all actually came from Soften Skin Light. So that little preset in there, the little effect, that's what's doing this adjustment. And it's a really nice soft touch. I didn't really even need to play around with those two adjustments. I tinkered with them, but really liked where they landed, and I just added back in a touch more of exposure. Now, one thing I will point out is because I'm using a graduated filter here, I'm starting to cover up the tree line down at the bottom right-hand corner of the frame. And that's not something I really want to soften. So we have our luminosity mask, we have range masks. So let's turn on the mask. I have the range mask selected. I'll turn it on. And as I inch up the shadows and just kind of removing things from the tree line, softness and smoothness is usually here. Lower that down so I'm getting a crisper definition between dark and light. Maybe nudge that down there a little bit. And let's flatten out our horizon some. There we go. Great, that looks good. I can turn that off. And now we have the final result. So let's take a look at before and after. So let's do this. I can delete this pin as before. Okay, so this is before that change. Undo. That's after. So you can see the shift in the sky. Let's do that one more time, hiding the pins. So redo the delete. That's before. That's after. So you can see that bit of softness there. It did diffuse things just tastefully, nicely. And after that, tinker a little bit. In this case, I noticed that the blues got maybe a little bit less blue. I can always go back and tweak those blues up a little more. But the key tip is that softened skin effect in Lightroom's graduated, radial, all those different localized adjustments that we have. So if you have a subject that you want to add a tasteful amount of softness to, check that effect out. It may save you bouncing out to another tool. And if anything, it's just another tool in your toolbox that you can break out when you need. Hope you found it useful. Got questions? Go ahead and drop them below. And until next time, my name's Scott Davenport. Have fun.